In 2026, Ohio's contrast supervision rules are changing with House Bill 479. It allows virtual oversight, but the main rule is about who must still be in the room. This bill aligns Ohio with a permanent federal CMS rule set for 2026. It's designed to update state law and clear operational bottlenecks for facilities. Next, we'll break down the technology, strict safety mandates, and staff impact. First, why this change for Ohio? The primary aim is better patient access to care, particularly in rural and underserved areas. Before this, virtual supervision was a legal gray area. HB 479 provides official legislative clarification, removing ambiguity for facilities. This isn't a divisive move. Key groups like the Ohio Society of Radiologic Technologists support the bill for improving access while maintaining safety. As of early 2026, the bill has passed the Ohio House and is now under review by the Senate, moving closer to becoming law. Let's focus on the core safety feature. Even with a radiologist supervising virtually, a qualified provider must be physically on-site and immediately available. This person's role is to recognize a contrast reaction and initiate the emergency response on the ground. This on-site presence does not shift responsibility. The remote supervising physician retains the exact same clinical duty to guide the emergency response. So you have the on-site person. Your facility also needs fully stocked emergency contrast reaction kits accessible in the imaging suite. Now, for the technology, the law is extremely specific. Virtual supervision requires a real-time two-way audio-visual communication link. Audio-only supervision is not sufficient. Consumer-grade platforms like standard Zoom or FaceTime are explicitly excluded due to HIPAA requirements. With these safety and tech frameworks in place, who is now authorized to administer contrast? HB 479 significantly expands the scope for several key roles. The bill allows registered nurses, radiographers, radiation therapy technologists, and nuclear medicine technologists to administer contrast under supervision. Radiology assistants also see a major update, gaining the ability to administer contrast under remote supervision, aligning with ACR policy. However, note what isn't changing. The bill does not alter existing training or certification requirements for technologists. Now for a critical detail that could affect compliance. While HB 479 aligns with CMS, it's not a perfect mirror. There's a key difference. The term is general supervision. The federal CMS definition is broad, but Ohio's definition under this bill is much narrower. It requires the supervising physician to be readily available in real time for consultation, a stricter standard impacting scheduling and workflows. This new framework also brings new documentation requirements. For Medicare reimbursement and compliance, every procedure will need careful records. You'll need to document the supervision method, the supervisor's identity, proof of their real-time availability, and the specific technology platform used. Let's connect the pieces. We have an expanded scope of practice for technologists, balanced by the mandate for a trained on-site provider ready for emergencies. This creates a new, flexible, but redundant safety net. Your HIPAA-compliant technology choice is now directly tied to your billing process. So, Ohio's strategy is clear. Adopt the federal flexibility for virtual supervision while imposing a stricter state-level definition of physician availability. What does this mean for long-term planning? This regulatory certainty allows multi-site networks to strategically invest in the necessary virtual infrastructure. Ohio HB 479 is set to implement new contrast supervision laws in 2026, aligning with federal trends, but adding its own specific layers of safety and compliance. The main takeaways: an emergency-trained provider must always be on site, only specific HIPAA-compliant AV technology is permitted, and documentation is vital. The goal of these carefully balanced changes is to improve patient access and operational efficiency without compromising the high standard of patient care. The time to prepare is now. Begin assessing your technology infrastructure, staff training protocols, and documentation workflows to be ready for 2026. Review your emergency protocols and confirm on-site staff are fully trained and confident in their roles for a contrast reaction event. Consult with compliance and legal teams to understand the nuanced definition of general supervision and update your policies. Stay informed, stay compliant, and stay ahead of the changes shaping medical imaging in Ohio.